What's up, team? This is Frank, and this is ORI and the Blind Forest. What a charming and challenging game this is. Best of all, the game design creates a fluid experience which prizes an increasing ease of movement with periodic puzzles, challenges, and story moments. There's something about how the game prepares and primes you for challenges that makes insights and solutions feel natural. You play as Ori, a guardian spirit who fell from the spirit tree during a storm. Naru finds Ori and the two become friends, but good times fade as the forest begins to die, taking Naru down with it. Ori then finds Sign, who assists with your main task of recovering the three elements: waters, winds, and warmth. You'll also run into Korol, a homicidal owl who acts as the main antagonist, and Gumo, a wily and acrobatic sole survivor of his race. The game does a good job of revealing some backstory through the spirit tree's deep voice narration and Sign's guidance along the journey. You start the game with nothing but the ability to run and jump. However, Ori slowly uncovers a slew of abilities and upgrades, including the ability to double jump, climb walls, launch from a surface, and dash quickly, to name a few. You also get access to a skill tree where you unlock further augmentations once you've earned enough experience. There's some interesting resource management built into the game as well. The green dots are your health, but the blue dots represent your energy, which is spent in some interesting ways. Offensively, it can be used to emit a powerful blast from a charged attack, or launch a light bomb later on. On the utility side, energy can be used to unlock certain doors and to create save points from which you can respawn and try again, and again, and again. You will die often as the maps progress from lush and relatively safe forests to literally the floor is lava. As you gain new abilities, you will be able to fast travel and revisit areas to collect everything which was once inaccessible or out of reach. And the world itself sometimes changes as you restore light to the Forest of Nibble. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about Ori and the Blind Forest. In the end, the game provides you with visual and auditory splendor, as well as some careful and well thought out challenges. There are many times where you'll be left scratching your head as you consider how to solve some puzzle or locate some secret passage, but the game will also periodically throw you into a move quickly or die situation, giving you little time to think and forcing you to move. The game also plays with some unique challenges which might limit mobility, visibility, or even mess with gravity. My only real complaint about this game is that some of the abilities on the skill trees are not usable until after you've unlocked the parent skill from these small trees littered throughout Nibble. Spending a point or two on a skill which then claims mastery and even tells you how to pull it off only to try it and see nothing happen calls for a few sanity checks on the internet, which validated my confusion, as it seems that other people had similar misunderstandings. But honestly, this is nothing compared to the level of quality, polish, and convenience the game provides. Like, check this out. The game keeps a percentage marker of your progress and even breaks it down for each individual map. And there are some skills you can upgrade that point out where the collectibles are located. Also, the game pauses periodically to provide some sort of exposition or cutscene, but in general, the game seamlessly transitions between areas without a break in movement or flow. And the ornate environments and complex movements that you will eventually be pulling off make you feel really powerful in the end. If you like Metroidvania games with leveling up skill trees, exploration, and searching for collectibles, and appreciate stories which make you feel, then you'll really enjoy this game. If you hate dying on increasingly difficult maps with traps and dangers which periodically and almost without warning throw you into a move or die scenario, then you'll probably hate the constant try and restart gameplay. For my part, it took me almost 8.5 hours to complete the game on my first run, but then I wanted to go back and get all the collectibles and upgrades that I missed, which took me about another hour and a half on top of that. I only had to alt-tab maybe twice to figure out a puzzle which stumped me hard. I will admit that using the analog stick on the controller was pretty essential though. You see, you eventually get the ability to dodge enemy attacks by launching off of them. You can even redirect the attacks right back at the enemy who initiated them, but the directional pad constricts you to 8 degrees of access, and there were times where having an analog stick was essential for the precise movement and aiming needed. But in some, I had a great time. I love games like this, and Ori does a great job of scratching that platformer itch. And remember, this was a quick and dirty review of Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition.